I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories to start your day. We all want to be happy, right? But happiness can be hard to quantify. It means different things to different people. What if you could change one thing in your life to become a happier person? Would it be your income, your job, your relationships, your health? Well, Dr. Robert Waldinger has been working on this for decades. He said, we've spent so much time studying what goes wrong in life, and so this was a study of how people take good paths as they go through life. They studied people through decades, consulting with their parents and now their children. Waldinger said, we do like that sugar rush high, that I'm having fun right now at this party kind of high, and then there's the happiness that comes from feeling like I'm having a good life, a decent life, a meaningful life. We all want some of both, but some of us really prioritize one kind over the other kind. So if people could change one thing in their life to be happier, what does the data say? The answer? Invest in relationships with other people. The study shows that the strongest predictors for people to maintain their happiness and health throughout the course of their lives were people who described their relationships as having satisfying levels of quality and warmth. That applies to a wide breadth of interactions in your daily life: spouses, close friends, colleagues, the barista who makes your coffee, or the person delivering your mail. He points to relationships as acting as stress regulators. Chronic stress is linked to a variety of negative health impacts and can take a toll on people's physical and mental health. Having an effective outlet like a good friend to rant to after a long day can help alleviate that pressure. Listen to how long the study's been going. You know, we've tracked these lives for 8 decades. The wonderful thing about following these life stories is we learn it's never too late. There were people who thought they were never going to have good relationships and then found a whole collection of good friends in their 60s or 70s. There were people who found romance for the first time in their 80s. The message we get from studying these thousands of lives is it's never too late. As I put together these shows, I find there's an insane amount of McDonald's-related stories. I don't know what that is. I guess McDonald's makes people happy. Well, McDonald's in Germany is making people happy. They're cutting down on plastic and packaging waste. They've been testing serving some of their most popular drinks and desserts in reusable packaging. McDonald's guests can specify which of the test products they'd like to use reusable packaging for when ordering at the 10 selected restaurants. A €1 deposit is charged per package. When the reusable cups are returned to the participating McDonald's, you get your deposit back. I love it. I struggle to see that catching on in the States, but I do like it. Meanwhile, in Australia, plastic contamination on Australian beaches has fallen by 29% since the last survey in 2013. Some local towns have had waste control measures, and a decade later, we're seeing cleaner beaches. Areas that didn't update their waste control measures, they have dirtier beaches. Congrats for Jalen Smith. Jalen is 18. Jalen is also the mayor. He graduated from high school last spring. He decided to stay put in Earle, Arkansas, and he ran for mayor and he won. He said, why should I have to go somewhere else to be great when I could be great right here in Earle, Arkansas? I'm kind of a go-getter. When I was in high school, I was always told no, but I kept pushing it because I knew there was someone that was waiting to tell me yes. One of his biggest obstacles as a candidate was persuading skeptics who cited his age and lack of experience, especially since his opponent in the election was the city's far more seasoned sanitation and street manager. But his supporters argued they weren't asking voters to vote for any 18-year-old. This was Jalen, the teenager who started wearing suits to school in 9th grade and has gospel music blasting from his computer speakers. He had also become a fixture at city council meetings and community events. Councilwoman Angela Jones said sometimes when the city council members didn't show up, Jalen was there. He attends the school board meetings, the water commission meetings. He was young and he was doing this. Who does that? At a young age, he had purpose. Congratulations, Mr. Mayor. And good news if you like pasta. Grace Hoffman writes for the Daily Mirror and tried, quote, the world's best pasta sauce that only contains 3 ingredients. Hey, maybe even I can make this one. What are the ingredients, Johnny Mac? All right, you ready? An onion, butter, and tomatoes. Apparently, this was started by American food writer Marcella Hazan, who passed away in 1992. Hazan argued that a good pasta sauce is remarkably simple and economical. Her recipe can be found in her cookbook, Essentials of Classic Italian Cooking. Put half a peeled onion into a pot with butter and tinned tomatoes. Let it simmer for 45 minutes. That's it. The writer says, I was skeptical at first. At the end of the day, the recipe was just tomato sauce. How could this sauce be any different? You don't even have to chop the onion. Just throw it in there. Let it simmer 45 minutes. How was it? The writer says, I was pleasantly surprised. And that's your good news for today. Follow the podcast for free on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your shows. Have a great day.
Hello, I am Mark Francis, host of a daily podcast about the British royal family called Palace Intrigue. Did you see what Meghan Markle did in her latest documentary? Or what Prince Harry said in his new book? Well, the kings and queens and princes and princesses are ready to explode. Andrew is ready to implode. Royal sources are jumping at the bit. The in-laws just can't stop. The UK tabloids are about to burst. Americans can't get enough. The kids can't get any cuter. The press can't get any uglier. And Wills and Kate? Well, they're just wonderful. Get your daily dose of gossip and news from the world's most royal family. Follow Palace Intrigue on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you get your shows.